Supply and more federal demands for cutbacks. 13 Investigates continues to look at who is using the most water here in the valley. Here's Chief Investigator Darcy Spears with a story you're seeing first on 13 Action News.
This list, which 13 Investigates has exclusively right now, includes data from the Las Vegas Valley Water District, Henderson, and North Las Vegas for both commercial and residential properties. We begin our series of stories tonight with which businesses are using the most water, and we noticed one big change from last year. The most recent available data is from 2021. We'll compare that to 2020, a pandemic year when golf courses used the most water in Las Vegas. In 2021, that changed with casino properties taking over the top spots.
We're at a point where every single drop matters.
Kyle Rowrink is executive director of the Great Basin Water Network.
There's a lot of value in reporting on this list because across the West, across the nation, we need to have a conversation about how we're pricing water and how we're using water, especially for aesthetic purposes.
The Venetian is the biggest Las Vegas Valley Water District commercial user. It went from the number 4 spot in 2020 to number 1 in 21, an increase of more than 78 million gallons. Mandalay Bay is number 2, followed by Caesars Palace at number 3. The water use at Caesars went up more than 200 million gallons year to year. Wynn holds the number 4 spot. Angel Park Golf Club rounds out the top 5.
There was a bit of an anomaly during the pandemic where visitorship dropped down, so water use within the resort sector also declined a little bit. That's likely the cause for why we saw that switch of golf courses coming up to the top of the list.
Angel Park and the other golf clubs that topped the list in 2020 all used less water in 2021.
Golf courses were early adopters of our Water Smart landscape program. They have removed approximately 900 acres of grass from their courses. That has helped them to better manage their water resources.
In North Las Vegas, Aliante Golf Club is the biggest water user, followed by Shadow Creek, an exclusive golf course owned by MGM Resorts. NV Energy's generating plant on Alexander Road rounds out the top 3 in NLV. And we've saved the worst for last. The biggest commercial water user in 2021 and 2020 is Lake Las Vegas in Henderson. They used more than 1.3 billion gallons of water last year. That's 126.7 million more than the year before.
What purpose does Lake Las Vegas really serve? Largely it's for aesthetics. It's for a very bourgeois community, a very upper crust community, and as we all see Lake Mead crashing, and you see the stability at a place like Lake Las Vegas, you have to wonder if there are two different sets of rules for folks.
The city of Henderson says it stopped supplying raw water to Lake Las Vegas on July 1st, when Lake Mead dropped so low that the basic water company intake could no longer pump water. The city statement goes on to say Lake Las Vegas was aware of this likelihood and put additional raw water in the lake before the intake ceased operations. The city of Henderson is working with Lake Las Vegas and regional partners to find alternative temporary and permanent solutions to provide water while serving the greater good of Henderson. We also spoke to Cody Winterton, the master developer of Lake Las Vegas. He says they have 1 water meter there for 7 commercial users. That includes 2 golf courses, 4 homeowners associations, and the lake itself. He says they're focused on conservation, and removing non-functional turf will be the first big step. He also noted that Lake Las Vegas has a stormwater permit that allows it to capture rainwater to use in the community, and that's water they don't take from Lake Mead. They've captured 300 million gallons so far this year. Join me tomorrow for our continuing coverage to find out which homeowners use the most water in our valley. You can read the full list right now at ktnv.com/water users. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.